A barrage of bullets rips through the roof and walls of the wooden building as you and your friends and the Sunflower Creek elders crouch behind furniture. We need to get everyone out of here now. The only real way is out through that front door. That just seems like a good way to get ourselves killed. Shannon and Feather hover over Elder Rain, putting pressure onto the bullet wounds as his shirt soaks through with blood.
He doesn't look so good.
I don't know if you'll make it all the way back to Io. What are you talking about? If we leave now, the raiders will destroy everything.
We won't have a home to come back to.
That's not going to convince the raiders to stop shooting. Your lives are what matter. I know this place is important to you, but it won't be home if you don't survive to live in it. Houses can be rebuilt, stuff can be replaced, but people can't. Another round of bullets tears through the room, and the elders exchange a panicked glance. It seems we don't have much of a choice.
We'll come with you.
Do you have any transportation?
We have a bus and a truck in the back.
Good. Get the elderly and the children into the bus. They'll be safer there. Feather, you gather the rest of the colony to uproot as many of the crops as you can manage and load them onto the truck.
And when the raiders find us?
Let me worry about that. Troy, we'll cause a distraction. As soon as it's clear, make a run for it. Get back to Io. Bring the van and as many people as you can. Try not to do anything stupid until I get back. What about Elder Rain? Get him onto the bus and then help with the crops. Eli, Angel, and I will cover you. Let's move. Hopefully you're all having a great day. And remember to support the channel. Thanks. Have a good one. Chapter 7, Highway to Hell. You all crawl into the other rooms, bullets clattering to the floor and sawdust filling the air. We'll go first. Then, once the raiders are distracted, you can all escape. As the gunfire halts, you peek out through one of the shattered windows, spotting Knuckles reloading a massive gun mounted atop a steel-plated truck. Damn, we need to take out that gun.
I could probably jam it with a well-placed shot.
Or we could show them what for. Get me close enough, I'll blast that hunk of junk to pieces. Yeah, no, let's send an Angel. A big explosion is what we need to keep them occupied. Go get him, Angel. Plus, it would cause zombies to come at them, too. You and Eli shoot a series of arrows and bolts into the side of the armored truck as Angel charges out the front door. It's the best you've got! Knuckles laughs, eyes fixed on you and Eli, while Angel crawls through the brush. She pops up a few yards from the truck, grinning. Not even close. She winds up and tosses what looks like a small grenade. Knuckles jumps as the device clatters between his feet. Ah! He throws himself off the roof as the mounted gun shatters in a fire explosion, raining metal across the field. As soon as the gun is down, Troy darts out of the door, disappears around the back of the house. Boots!
Coming.
Boots get out of the driver's side of the truck, and a handful of raiders climb out of the back. They stalk towards you, weapons at the ready. Hurry, now's your chance. As you usher Shannon and the elders out the front door, you spot a crowd of drones charging from the woods drawn by the explosion. See, told you. Knuckles flinches, picking bits of shrapnel out of a scorched arm as he glares at the approaching drones. Ah, hell. Damn it. That's one more problem.
Are you sure you three can handle all of them?
Some extra firepower wouldn't hurt. You scan the room for anything you can use as a weapon. Your eyes fall on a massive metal pole arm mounted above the door. What about that?
Oh, it was a gift from one of the other colonies we used to trade with. We used it as a decoration since none of us do any fighting.
That'd be a good way to keep both raiders and those drones from getting too close. Take the Knight's Glaive to gain an effective reach weapon. You leap up, grab a hold of the polearm's handle, ripping it free from the wall before slinging it onto your back. See? Let's see what this baby can do.
Plants are in the back. Just keep them away long enough for us.
The raiders disappear from view as you rush alongside Feather, who rallies a number of the colonists to gather crops and prepare to leave. You, Eli, and Angel take a defensive position in the front of the field just as Knuckles leads a small band of raiders out from behind the buildings. I told you not to mess with us! And I warned you what would happen if you came back.
You're no threat to us.
Well, then why'd you come up with a giant, machine gun, then? Boots glances back as a few drones come stumbling along after them, thick saliva dribbling down their chins. You sure about that? Knuckles sneers and rushes forward, the rest of the raiders charging after him. A raider. I'm not gonna go for Boots just yet. You ain't getting past me. You grind your heels into the dirt, bracing yourself as the raider storms across the field, jagged metal, axe raised to strike.
You're gonna regret this, kid.
You whip your newly acquired glaive off of your back and slice the blade right into his leg, wedging it deep. He drops to his knees, blood spraying through the air as you rip the weapon free. You really want to keep doing this? Just then, your van comes speeding into the colony, mowing down a few zombies and forcing several raiders to dive out of the way.
What the hell?
It rushes past you and skids to a stop in the middle of the field. Mac throws open the back door as Troy rolls down the window. Load up. Let's go, let's go! Get the plants inside and then get to your ride. As everyone scrambles to follow your orders, you spot the raiders skirting around the field, heading right for the bus. May's head peeks out a window, eyes wide. Beat, they're coming!
Shut up, Brad.
What kind of freaks go after little children and old people?
This kind.
We've got to stop them. Eli, Angel, drive them back. On it. Zero sinks into the ground right in front of the raiders, and they leap back from them just as you and Angel rush up behind. Mistake. He hefts a heavy metal pipe and swings, but you easily parry with your glaive, the metal weapons clanging loudly as they meet.
What?
How you doing, fam? You whip the long pole back around the slam into his stomach. The blade slices clean through his shirt and sends him sprawling, fresh blood beginning to soak his clothes. You were saying? Angel bashes her wrench down onto the mask of another raider, leaving a vicious dent. These pugs just don't learn. Faith, what's going on? May watches you with a wide, terrified eye, and you turn to look wildly around for Feather, who's in the process of digging up a berry bush. Feather, get the bus out of here.
But what about the rest of the crops?
We'll handle it, just go. Feather passes the plan off to another colonist and rushes to the bus. A few moments later, the engine starts up with a roar and starts to pull away. A handful of drones whip around and start stumbling in the direction of the noise, but are too slow to catch up. Well, that's one less problem to deal with.
Boss, the hippies are getting away.
We'll catch them. All we gotta do is take care of these assholes and get one of them to talk. Let's see what this guy has to say. He pulls a knife from his belt and stalks towards one of the colonists, desperately trying to uproot a tomato plant. I'm on a shield.
Better start talking.
I'm just doing what the elder said. I don't know anything else. As Knuckles raises his knife, you run forward and throw yourself between him and the helpless colonist. Leave him alone. The blade bounces harmlessly off your thick metal armor, not even leaving a scratch. The rumble of many engines in the distance reaches your ears, growing louder by the second. The raiders still standing, letting out a celebratory cheers.
Ooh, here they come!
Now you're screwed. That sounds like backup. Get in the van. What are you talking about? We can take them.
Not likely.
Everyone, we've got enough food. We need to move. You and your friends all pile into the van alongside piles of unearthed crops. The remaining colonists rush to the nearby truck just as a half-dozen motorcycles crest the hill. The van shoots down the road, the Sunflower Creek truck close behind as the raiders speed after you.
We need to get them off of our tail.
Really? I thought we were just bringing them home to meet the fam. The van hits a pothole, jolting you all in your seats. Troy tightens his grip on the steering wheel. Just try and keep them off my ass, would you? If one of these tires pops, we're screwed. Spot two motorcycles in the rearview mirrors, breaking formation to flank the van. One on each side. I've got the left. You throw open the rear door just as the motorcycle pulls alongside, the rider holding a mass of metal that vaguely resembles a spear. You look so pretty. Jam the front wheel. Taking a tight hold of your glaive, you lunge forward and stab it in the spokes of the wheel. The wheel locks up, wrenching your arm viciously, and the bike flips over end, throwing the rider onto the hard asphalt. Ouch. Though through the back window, you spot a dune buggy rapidly approaching, a large machine gun mounted onto its top. That doesn't... Suddenly bullets tear into the van, bouncing off the metal and showering shards of glass on everyone inside. Eli, you gotta do something about that. I can't get a clear shot. Ah! The van jerks to the side as Troy gets hit. Faith, get the wheel! You jump into the passenger seat, lean over to grab a hold of the steering wheel. Troy, you okay over there? Groans, eyes glazed over as he clutches his arm, blood staining the leather of his jacket. Faith, look out. Straight ahead is a broken down car in the middle of the road. In your mirrors, you catch sight of another raider on a motorcycle off to the right. I'm gonna go left. You yank the steering wheel left, narrowly dodging the broken down vehicle and putting distance between the van and the motorcycle. Anyone figured a way out of this yet? Troy grits his teeth and sits up, taking hold of the wheel again. I got it. Go help the others. You give Troy a firm nod and then leap into the back seat as the bullets halt. A raider on the back of the dune buggy reloading. We gotta do something about that gun or we're all gonna come out of here looking like a distressed jeans. They're too far away. Troy hit the brakes. Get us closer. That sounds like a terrible idea. It's the only one we've got. You'd better know what you're doing, Faith. Troy brings you right alongside the dune buggy just as the gunman takes aim. Gripping the bottom of your glaive, you plunge the sharp tip into the raider's chest. He stumbles back as you yank the blade free, arms flailing, but as the buggy hits a bump in the road, he topples off the edge. Bye. There's still a bunch of them following us. You need to lead them away. How exactly do you plan to do that? Steal one of their motorcycles. You think they'll really come after one bike over the van and the truck? They'll take it as a dig to their pride. We drive a few circles around them, see how many we can get to crash, and we back up with everyone in IO. Even if you only got half of them to chase you, that'd be less for us to lose. Plus, you have one of the super cool bikes. What do you say, Faith? Diamond choice. Steal a motorcycle, which I'm sure is going to make him super happy, and also I feel like they're going for like a dare roll with this guy. Let's show these bastards his boss. Keep me steady. As another raider pulls up alongside the van, you firmly grasp the back of Eli's shirt as he leans out and grabs the handlebars.
Let's go!
We need to borrow this.
What the hell do you...
Eli cracks open the raider's helmet with the butt of his hunting knife, then kicks him off the back of the bike, all while keeping a grip on the handlebars. Nice. Eli hops onto the bike and keeps it riding steadily alongside the van before holding his hand out towards you. You coming? Using his hand for support, you throw your leg over the side of the motorcycle and climb on behind Eli. Hold on. You wrap your arms around his waist and hold on tight, your chest pressed firmly against his back. Don't gotta tell me twice. Now, we just need to get their attention. I got an idea. How about you honk your horn? Worth a shot? Eli slows the bike, putting the two of you on the right side and center of the group of raiders. That's Skinner's bike! Not anymore. Eli slams his fist down on the horn, the sound wailing through the air as you speed ahead. Later, losers. Get 'em! The raiders fall into formation as they race after you, leaving only a couple behind to follow the van and the Sunflower Creek truck. It worked. But as you look back, the bikes are bearing down upon you, gaining on ground every second. Eli, they're getting closer. Not a problem. Eli jerks the bike to the side, charging straight into the nearby forest, the rocks and uneven ground beneath whipping you back and forth. Just give up already. One raider manages to keep pace, and you look around frantically for something you can use against her. There's gotta be some kind of weapon on this thing. You spot a greasy rag poking out of the side bag and tear it free, tossing it behind you right into the raider's face. Really? It snags around her head, and she skids on the loose dirt, toppling over sideways. Another one down. Still a few left. Which way? You put her head into the woods, spotting a rushing stream on one side and a steep hill on the other, with trees all around. Go into the stream? No. Up the hill. Got it. You twist the accelerator, and you rocket up the steep slope. But the raider behind you doesn't have enough speed, and the wheels of his bike spin helplessly on the dirt. Crap! As he lets out the gas, the bike slides backwards and crashes right on top of him. That's gonna leave a mark. As you hurry away from the downed motorcycle, Knuckles emerges from a cluster of trees, eyes blazing with fury. I'm not letting you get away. I should have punched you when I had the chance. You and Eli race up a hill, Knuckles right on your tail. This guy got a serious grudge against us. Just wait. Eli suddenly yanks on the brake, lifting the whole back of the bike, and twists the accelerator to slam the back wheel into Knuckles' bike. Ah! His bike pitches to the side and tumbles down the hill, taking Knuckles with it. The last of the raiders gone, Eli slows your motorcycle to a leisurely pace. I cannot believe that worked. He looks back and flashes you a hint of a smile. Told you it would. Where did you even learn to ride a motorcycle? Never did. What? Figured it couldn't be much different than a bicycle. Glad you saved that bit of information for after the fact. And to make sure you'd come with me. Well, I'm glad I did. His body is warm, and you instinctively lean into the contact, pulling yourself tighter against him. Eli, maybe you do know how to have fun. I'm not sure fleeing for our lives while trying to get other people to crash their bike is considered fun. You can't lie to me. I saw that smile. Don't worry, I won't tell Troy. Better not. The two of you ride in silence for a few minutes as Eli guides the motorcycle onto a dirt trail. I'm gonna take the scenic view back home, avoid drawing unnecessary attention. Sure, just don't ask me for directions, because I am totally lost. Honestly, what would you all do without me? This is true. Steal fewer motorcycles for one thing. Eli drives a motorcycle back to Io, parks it outside the garage. As you get off, you take a moment to admire it. Raiders do have taste. Meh. In bikes, yes. Clothes, not so much. You're one to talk, Mr. Army Surplus. You both go to join the others and spot Troy slowly getting out of the van. Still holding his injured arm, Shannon hurries to his side. You alright? Nah, still stings like hell, but I think it only grazed me. I still want to take a look at you in my lab, just to be sure. If you wanted to get your hands on me, Doc, you just had to ask. What? I didn't... Go easy on her, Troy. You join Angel at the back of the van, where she's starting to unload the crops you uprooted. Check it out, Faith. Enough to fill a food court. No way. Well, once we get these planted, we'll be eating good. Yeah, except we need to work on fortifications. Slowly, the colonists from the Sunflower Creek get out of their bus and out of the truck. Two of them supporting Elder Rain. Shannon quickly hurries over to help. He's lost a lot of blood on the way over. I'm not sure he'll make it. Get him inside and make him comfortable. I'll see if we have anything that can help. There's a couple people help Raider or Elder Rain inside. The rest of the colonists gather uncertainly at the edges of the lodge. What beautiful scenery. Such wide open spaces. Yes, it will make a lovely new home for us. Excuse me, this place is not our home. They made us abandon our home. Now, we need to all remain calm. Screw calm! If they hadn't pissed off the Raiders, none of this would have ever happened. And what about the massive summer surge? How would we have gone through that? We survived the last two just fine. We saved your lives. The least you could do is be a little grateful. You wouldn't have needed to save us if you hadn't made raiders angry in the first place. What's done is done. All we can do now is make the best of it. Dirk steps out of the lodge and looks around the gathered people with confusion. Everyone head inside, get warm. We'll figure out accommodations shortly. Right! There's room enough for everyone. He sidles up to you as the colonists gather their few belongings and then sign. What the hell happened? We made an alliance and some enemies. Now the zombies aren't the only ones we have to worry about. Like that wasn't enough.
Faith, where do you want us to put the fruit tree saplings? Bus is lacking in sunlight.
There should be some good soil on the far side of the lawn.
And I will see to it that they get planted. It seems you have your own hands full enough.
Thank you, Feather. You all step in the lodge, where the new members begin to settle in as the rest of your group up by the fireplace. And now that we're all here again, we should get back to fixing up the colony. I cleared out a piece of land in the middle. Well, we didn't get enough crops that we can start a... We did get enough crops to start with a garden. I don't think I've ever had a real vegetable before. I haven't either, actually.
You should all be dead from scurvy.
I know food's important, but with how many injuries everyone keeps getting, I would really like a medical tent. With a couple of people to staff it, we could keep everyone healthy, and learn more about how the zombies fight. Oh, for the love of Christ. Fine. Okay, are we done blinking? Fine. Gonna have to think of food sometime, fam. That might be a good next step, but none of that's gonna matter if we don't buff up our fortifications. We've been over this. This place doesn't have any materials to work with. Well, then maybe it's time we go and find some. We've been working on that. There's an old construction site not too far from here.
That should have something we can use.
Exactly. I even found some papers in the back with more information on it. Cassidy was going through them before he trails off as he goes behind the old check-in desk and passes you a magazine. The title reads, High-Tech Apartment, with purple notes scribbled all over the back of it. It talks about what they were building there. Cassidy was always good at cutting through the bullshit to find the parts that really mattered. Read the architectural magazine to learn more about this diamond choice. With any luck, she already figured out what kind of supplies we might find there. You take the magazine from Dirk and crack it open to the article, your heart giving a pang at the sight of Cassidy's handwriting scrawled throughout. Rip. High-tech apartment. Set to be finished in 2025. Guessing that never happened. A new high-tech apartment building is going up near the Willow Lake, 2 miles east from the lodge. We here at Architect Magazine got an exclusive look inside. With the team behind the masterpiece of engineering. Engineering equals the good stuff. I'll read the complex. Complex, a luxurious living on the lakeside await those who make their home in the new skyscraper apartments, aka overly fancy and useless. Every unit features a floor-to-ceiling window. Bet the zombies love busting through those. And all the latest technology, including voice controls for the lights and other electronics. People used to talk to their lamps, rather than just turn them on. No wonder nearly everyone from the old world got eaten. The buildings also plans to have a massive fitness center, including a basketball court, swimming pool, and fully decked out gym. Hang on, you're telling me people used to make themselves tired for fun? What was wrong with them, actually? I mean, it was... You have a point, but, you know... As well as a shopping, restaurants, and even a pet spa. WTF is a pet spa. Skyscraper Apartments, the CEO, Philippa Margaret, says, we want to build a place where everything anyone could possibly need is in one building, or at the very least, is only a block away. So they basically were building a colony. We hope this will cut down on air pollution and give residents the chance to build a healthier lifestyle. The foreman, Glenn Arbogast, has been with the project from the start and in charge of principal development on site. Sounds like the guy was their leader. When asked how he feels about the project, Glenn said it represents a better future. Honey, you got a big storm coming. We're using ecological-friendly materials that are even stronger than concrete and better at regulating heat and cooling. That can be used to buff up the buildings and walls in IO. We also planning to put solar panels all along the sun-facing portions of the building so we don't have to rely on gas or coal. Really, she didn't put a note to that? It ain't perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. I bet soon we'll be seeing whole towns made from salvaged scrap or repurposed stuffs. Stuff we couldn't dream of 20 years ago. Well, he's not wrong. The youth. We're gonna set us right. Or die. Dying seems more likely. Okay, I like that. Future plans! Skyscraper Apartments has already released plans for similar complexes across the country. But did they plan for zombie apocalypse? Of course not. But they didn't. They aren't stopping there. The company recognizes the individuals are not the main source of pollution and are urging other companies to do their part. Bet they love that. They're working with energy plants to invest in greener technology and source renewable materials. Their goal is an ambitious 90% reduction of carbon emissions by 2040. Oh boy, I got some news for them. Should this first building prove to be a success, I suspect we'll be seeing more of these innovative and environmentally conscious features in the future. Big if, buddy. And finally, her notes. Most of the crap was useless, just a bunch of idiots talking about how great the future is going to be, before they all got zombified. But if the pictures aren't fake, the place is definitely worth checking out. They got concrete and power tools for new buildings and a crap ton of steel to fortify the walls. Try not to drool over the magazine dirt. It'll be a miracle if the place isn't picked clean, but it's not like we got any other leads. They might even have some of the big machinery, cranes and junk. Damn, I hope I can drive over a zombie with a bulldozer someday. That sounds rad. Nothing else. Reading this, it's like she's still here helping us. Hopefully those building materials she talked about are still lying around. Even if not, we can still use some of the ideas to make IO safer. As you and the others start to gather your belongings, Dirk follows you across the lodge. While you're gone, he'll try and get all the new additions assigned to patrols and jobs and figure out what they're good at. Good plan. Try to stay on their good side. They've had a rough day. I'm not stupid, Faith. I didn't mean it like that. Dirk runs a frustrated hand down his face. Sorry, I'm on edge after everything. Dirk, thanks for all your help. You're one of the only reasons this colony hasn't fallen apart yet. Hell, I probably would have been zombie sacrifice if you hadn't helped us escape the tower. I didn't do it just for you. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. It seems like he's hiding something. After a short drive, you arrive at the bare skeletons of a series of buildings just as the sun is setting, casting them in a brilliant orange glow. Whoa, this place is huge. Way bigger than the tower. Those beams have got to weigh at least a ton each. The substructure supporting them must be massive. Let's just get what we came for and get out. As you move closer, strange bursts of light occasionally flare up from the various parts of the half-constructed building and then twinkle through the air. What are those? They look kind of like fireworks. Seems like this place still has power. Maybe they're broken electric blinds? Stay alert. If you touch one of those, zap. You move cautiously through the construction site until you reach the bottom of the tallest of the buildings. There! Shannon points out a neat bundle of building materials sheltered beneath a tarp. Those tarps look pretty intact for a place that's been abandoned. You know what they say, finders keepers. As you bend down to peek further under the tarp, Eli gasps behind you. Faith, look out! You pull back and a plume of dust explodes next to you as a massive metal beam strikes the dirt where your head was. You all look up to find dozens of figures perched on the beams and scaffolding, all of them holding tools and weapons. Back away from the materials, unless you feel like having your skull cracked open. Oh, there's still people here. Chapter 7 recap. You've equipped yourself with a Knight's Glaive. You and Eli stole one of the motorcycles. The colonists agreed to join your colony. You successfully defended the colonists, gathered crops, and transported them back. You read the magazine, and the construction site wasn't abandoned. Probably all the workers that somehow lived through the zombie epoch. So, morale? It's doing good. Fortifications. Food supply is at a 4. That's why I went with, the research. That's a 3. You gotta, stay a step ahead, 23 days till the solstice. Alrighty then. Without further ado, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Down in the description below, links to social media, Discord, if you like supporting me and my content. It'd be greatly appreciated, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already. It's a, you get to join the community, be a part of it, and go from there. And it'd be great to have you. And what else can I say? You have no regrets, and will only gain if you become a member of this community. Once again, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.